Hello. Welcome to the after episode of My Stand-In, episode 7, live. So today we're going to talk about the episode, recap the episode, talk about our feelings, talk about everything that made us mad, that made us happy, that made us cry. I really wanted to go live last week and I completely forgot. So yeah, let's kind of recap this episode. Actually, my reaction also is uploading on YouTube. I'm just waiting for it to upload. It's taking a bit longer than usual. But yes, okay. So this episode was really good. I feel like finally in this episode we're slowly starting to see a redemption for Ming. Like we're slowly, very, very slowly and steadily starting to see a redemption arc. And also I really like that we saw a lot of character development from a lot of the characters. And I'm gonna tell you like what I think. But yeah, guys, let me know. Did you like this episode? Really been looking forward to this the whole week. Yes. Also, I'm going live on StreamYard so I can highlight your comments. But yeah, I'm very good. Thank you. So yes. Okay. So in this episode also I can pull out the episodes on the side. But yes, thank you, Komida. Hello. So this episode, so much happened. Like it was a bit intense. We got introduced to a new character, which we do not like. It's so funny because in this episode, the fake mom, Joe's mom was like, don't trust anyone. And I was like, who can we trust? Literally in this show, who can we trust? We don't trust anyone. So, okay, let me see if I can pull up the episode. I'm still trying to figure out like how to do with this, but I'm not sure. Oh, okay. So share screen. Okay, let's see. Wait, no, I don't want to do it like this. Kind of like this. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, so we start off with Joe finally is going to settle in this new house with his mom. Like, this house is literally so beautiful. Look at that. When Ming said, I'm going to give you money, he really gave the money because this house is like 3 stories. So, yes. Oh, hello, Ada. Welcome to the live where we talk about our feelings and how we feel about Ming and how we feel about Tong. So yeah, to be honest, like this is a beautiful house. I'm really happy that, now Joe doesn't have to worry about his mom. He doesn't have to worry about money. And that's like a big lift off your shoulders because I've seen some comments that were saying, well, it's not really his mom technically, so why is he doing all of this? But I disagree. I think his mom is literally like, the mom is the only thing good about him being alive and being in this body. His fake mom is the only thing that brings him joy, comfort, love. His mom only has his best interest. She only is there to love and support him. And Joe has never had this in his life. We see the kind of people he falls in love with. Doesn't have the best record. So for him to have this mother figure that loves him and has no bad intention, that is very, very big for him. Like, this is big. And this mom is very important. So I understand why he wants to take care of her. And I understand, yeah, mom is a mom. Like, it doesn't matter if it's your fake mom, your real mom, your adopted mom. It's a mom. Like, everyone needs a mom. So I'm happy. And yeah. my God. So, they're happy. It's not gonna last. Of course, never gonna last. We cannot trust Ming because now Ming has so much power over Joe because now Ming controls Joe through his money. Though in this episode, he kind of treated him badly, but he managed to stop himself before he did something stupid, which I'm actually happy about. Like, he never got to really push Joe too hard. So I was happy about this. Yes. And okay, what happened after? So Ming obviously texts Joe and says, come over to my house in his hotel room. And obviously, we finally I really like when we see Joe in the mirror looking different, because sometimes I feel like sometimes we kind of forget that Joe is in a new body. And just when I'm about to forget, then he looks in the mirror and then I remember, oh, right, he's in this new body. This is another Joe. Though Ming is kind of starting to put two and two together, but I don't even know how he's making the connection, because to me, I would never make this connection. I would never be smart enough to make that connection that this Joe has so much in common with the new Joe. But I think what really tilted Ming was the fact that we find out in this episode that Joe was in an accident also. So both Joe were in an accident on the same day. Now this is suspicious because I've watched Freaky Friday. I know how that works. Yeah, I don't like Ming, but I think he's just lost. He doesn't understand his own emotions. I think he's a bit more than lost. I think he's a bit more I don't know. So in this episode, I was kind of wondering, asking myself, how was Ming raised? Because Ming is he's mean to people, but also he's not polite. He's never smiling. I mean, he was raised with money and with a loving sister, but it seems like his life, I never see him happy. The boy is never smiling. He's never happy. So I'm kind of just how is he raised that he's treating people this way? And I wonder. He never talks about his parents. I kind of want to see I wish we could see a little flashback of his childhood, because I'm something must have happened in this childhood that now he's treating people like this. Because I feel a lot of people that grow up with lots of money, sometimes they're so spoiled that they kind of treat people like they think they're superior because they have money. But this is another level. Ming is confused. Yeah, he's kind of all over the place. But I feel today we kind of saw a little soft side of Ming. That's why I'm so excited for the next episode, because in the teaser for next episode looked so good. I have a question also, because who was that? When he was in the preview for next week, when he was at the cemetery and he looked and someone said Joe, and then he turned around. Who was that? I thought that was maybe Ming, but I'm not sure. Was he at the cemetery on Joe's grave, the old Joe's grave? Because I wasn't sure. But yeah. So, oh my God, guys, today, this episode gave me major Kin Porsche flashbacks. That scene in the hotel room where they're on the window, that reminded me of the scene when Kin is at the window with his new boy, and then in the reflection of the window, he sees that the boy is not Porsche. And then he says, stop, I don't want to do this, go home. That gave me major flashback. But in a good way. I feel this show is kind of reminding me of how much I loved Kim Porsche and how much I really love this show. Anyways, I'm so happy that he stopped. I'm so happy that he stopped from doing anything to Joe, and then they just went to bed. But you can clearly tell that Ming is having so many flashbacks, but also I wish we would see the progress of him having those flashbacks, so then he would start being nicer. Oh, the director is from Kim Porsche? Oh, Ming is Vegas and Pete's child. I don't know. Ming, I would say Ming is probably Vegas' dad. I feel like Ming is, I don't know, is Ming worse than Vegas or is Vegas worse than Ming? I don't know, because technically Ming only locked someone in a basement. Vegas did way worse. Ming is still rude. I don't know how yeah, that's the thing. That's what he needs to be working on. But I'm like, boy, are you going to therapy? Are you talking to someone? You should probably talk to someone. I just wish that Ming, you know what Ming is missing? He's missing a best friend. He needs to find a person that he is not in love with, because Ming was obsessed with Tong, and then he was obsessed with Joe, and now he's obsessed with new Joe. But he's never had a friend, like a complete platonic friend. And now he's got like this Secretary Jim, but Secretary Jim, not a friend. I don't like him. That explains it all. But yeah. Okay, so what else happened today? Let me see. Oh, okay. So we get introduced to this new character, Tharn. Oh, wait. So Joe goes to shoot a music video of Soul, which was so funny because Soul hired Joe to be in his music video, to be his boyfriend. And I'm like, Soul, I don't know if Soul is putting also two and two together, because sometimes I feel like he is, but sometimes I feel like he's not. And also the fact that saw Joe walking, he saw his back and he was like, oh, this is the same back as the person that broke into Joe's apartment. And I'm like, in what universe? In what universe do you recognize someone from the back that was wearing a freaking jacket and a cap? That made no sense. Like, I laughed out loud when we saw that, because Joe is Tong standing and new Joe is now old Joe's standing. All of them have the same back, and you're telling me that Soul recognized someone that broke into the apartment because he saw Joe's back, when Joe was wearing a t-shirt and the person that broke into the apartment was wearing a jacket. Like, there's no way. I was like, yo, this is far-fetched. This is so far-fetched. There's so many people that have the same back and are built the same from the back, but like, if someone broke into my house and I only saw their back and they were wearing a jacket, a mask, and a cap, and then I saw someone randomly on the street and I was like, oh, that's him. That's the person that broke into my house. No, doesn't make sense. Maybe he had friends, but they all left because he was rude. That is definitely what probably happened. His friends probably did not want to say his friends. I feel like even if he had friends, his friends probably wanted something from him. Like, maybe they would want money or power, because Ming has a lot of, he has a lot of influence because of his family. So even if he had friends, I would be scared that the friends are there because they want something from him. I mean, look at Tong. Technically, Tong is only there because he wants something from Ming. And as soon as Ming is now starting to avoid Tong completely, like, he's starting to not even care about him, and he's starting to be like obsessed with new Joe because he's obsessed with old Joe. And now that Tong is seeing that he's kind of losing Ming, I wonder what is going to happen. So my thought was that maybe Ming is going to try to lead him on, like flirt again with Ming, so he tries to like lure him back. I don't know what's gonna happen, but Tong has no more influence now because Ming does not care about him anymore. But I'm glad. Oh my god, Tong, this episode, every episode I'm just looking at him like, Do you guys think he's gonna end up in jail? Because if he doesn't end up in jail, I'm not gonna be happy. I need this boy to end up in jail for everything that he's done. He needs to pay for his crimes. Oh, my reaction is ready. Let me upload it quickly. Okay. I had to cut so much in my reaction today because there was a lot of things that were definitely not good for YouTube. So I had to cut a lot of my reaction. Okay. It's ready. And then after that, okay. I tell you what, Ming and Soul got a type, and the type is the same, right? Ming and Soul obsessed with people's back for some reason. Can you imagine? I was thinking like if this was real life. Imagine I went to my friend and I'm like, y'all would never guess. I fell in love with someone's elbow. I saw their elbow, I was in love. Do you believe that Joe will find his body back? Well, I don't know, but someone so annoying gave me an entire comment full of spoiler about everything that was going to happen, and that made me so mad. So I blocked that person on all my social media, and now I kind of know what's going to happen, and I don't want to spoil people because I don't like to be spoiled. But yeah, do you think Tong secretly likes Ming? No. Okay, so someone kind of explained to me the Ming situation, but Ming basically, I think that I didn't realize until someone explained it to me, but Ming wants power and he wants money. And basically, he's already a famous actor, but he really wanted more influence. So because Ming apparently is like one of the biggest family in Thailand, like he owns all the hotels, like he's kind of like the biggest person in Thailand, right? This family is they're the whole like family from Thailand that is like the most power. And so Tong saw an opportunity. So he went and he kind of like got with May, the sister, but he still kept Ming to his side just in case. He wanted the whole family to be like obsessed with him. But I'm guessing it's as a backup, like if something happens with May, then he still has Ming, so he still has the influence. But yeah, I think he doesn't care about them at all. He just wants the power because it's clear that he doesn't care about Ming, but he cares about the money, especially in this episode when they were talking at the buffet. Tong was asking Ming if he could invest with him. Like it was all about money. And then Ming wasn't paying attention. He was like, yeah, we'll talk later. And that's when Ming was like, wait a minute, we need to get rid of Joe because he's clearly not paying attention to me anymore. And now he's not going to invest in what I want to invest in. And I'm not going to get the money. Yeah, Tong he has a narcissist. He's a narcissist, basically. He only cares about himself. I actually wouldn't be surprised if he was also a psychopath. Everyone in this show is a psychopath. But yeah, he definitely has a narcissistic personality, and he probably just does everything, like everything that he does, all of his actions are to help himself. They're all about himself. It broke my heart to think that when Joe's mom will find out, maybe she will not find out though. Oh, right. That about what he's doing. It's so funny because in the beginning I was talking about how Joe really got so much pride because obviously he didn't accept the money from Soul and he didn't accept the money from Tool. But then he kind of, so instead of accepting good money, he accepted dirty money. And I think it's not worth it because I know some people were like, yeah, but that makes sense because he doesn't want to use his best friend. But I think yes, you should use your best friends. Your best friends are there for that, to help you. If you don't want the help of your best friends, that means you have an ego. And I think Joe has a big ego also. But I mean, just thinking about this perspective, if the mom found out, she would be so disappointed. And she, like the mom, she only wants him to be happy and to be like, and the fact that she literally tells him that his ex was so horrible to him. And she's like, please don't go back to this ex. And I'm like, oh my God, if your mom knew that you're like the person that you actually like is worse than your ex, how do you think she would react? But the fact is that we found out that the new Joe also had kind of the same situation as the like old Joe, because they both kind of died at the same time, and they were all like about a boy that like had made them the way they were, like made them angry, made them sad. And that makes so much sense now why Joe ended up in this body, because they're the same person. Like they literally could be, maybe they're twins that were separated at birth. Have you ever thought of that? Maybe they are, because they literally have the same taste in men. They're kind of in the same field of work. They kind of look the same. Like, everything's adding up. Ming, that's all he knows, money and getting what you want. Yeah. Ming. But yeah, what else happened in this episode? This episode kind of made me, because I think last episode I was so mad at Joe for his decision, but I've decided to not be mad at him anymore, because Joe is literally doing all of that to himself. Yes, same shoulders. Literally, they're the same person. Maybe they're clones. I can't be mad at Joe anymore, because boy is putting himself in this situation. Wasn't this hilarious when in this episode he said, I don't understand. Why does it look like I'm living the same life I used to live? Why is everything happening again? And I'm like, why do you think you're making the same decisions? You're hanging out with the same people and you're doing the same exact thing that you used to do. And now you're curious about why your life is the same? Like, boy, open your eyes. And I was like, this is why I can't even be mad at Joe, because boy literally is out here asking, why is the same happening to me when he's making the same decisions? Like, it's kind of like those people that do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. Like, it's gonna be the same. Hello. Ming does that to him and morning after he serves him coffee. Boy, is a lost cause. I swear. Oh my God. That scene when at the end, I really thought that he was going to say sorry when they were at the buffet in the morning. And Joe was kind of mad. And I was like, yeah, Joe, okay. In this episode, we saw Joe being more assertive. Like he was more, like he was holding his ground. He was saying, that is bad. Don't do this. Don't want to talk to you. And I was like, finally, stand up for yourself. You're standing, but you need to be a stand-up. You need to stand up for yourself. And when Ming arrived at the buffet in the breakfast morning, I was like, oh, is he going to say I'm sorry? And then he says, pour me coffee. And I was like, boy, you are a lost cause. What are we going to do with you? Oh my God. I really thought at that moment he was going to apologize. Like, I could see it in his eyes that he was going to apologize, and he didn't. It would be interesting if the drama becomes revenge. Yeah, I kind of wish it was a revenge plot, but at least getting revenge for Tong. Because I kind of feel that if Tong doesn't end up in jail for almost killing 2 people, then that's not realistic. At least put Tong in jail. Now I'll be happy. I want to see Ming in the therapy session. Well, it's going to take him years of therapy to go through all that he's going through. Oh my God. But yes, what a lost cause. Also, why am I not surprised that Tong is the one that asked Tharn to do what he did to Joe? Tong, we need to get rid of him. Can we? Also, it's so annoying because I still don't understand. Hello, princess. Just saying hi. Yay, hi. So, wait, what was I saying? I don't remember. Yeah, because Tong. Okay, yeah, no, this is what I wanted to say. I literally still cannot understand how Tong is still getting roles. I do not understand. Also, there's something I don't understand. You guys have to let me know. But why are they shooting the same scene from the first movie? What is the point of reshooting a scene that is exactly the same as the first movie? They're making a sequel to the movie, right? But they're doing the same thing. It's the same shot, the same fight. So I don't understand. Is it a sequel or is it a remake? I don't know. With money, Tong might get away from jail. That's true. He's probably going to pay for bail. It's a lost cause. Tong is an actor who every scene was done by standing. What the point of him as a hero? Yeah, right. Tong, I don't even understand how he's getting all those jobs. Literally, he's not even that great of an actor, is he? He's literally like everyone looks the same as him. I don't understand how Joe, like old Joe, never got like a main role because he's so much better than Tong. He was doing all of his like action scenes, and he's more pretty. So I don't know. Literally, I've reached a point where whenever I see Tong, I want to slap him. Me too. Whenever I see Tong, I'm like. At this point, the biggest twist would be Tong falling for Joe. Wait, which Joe though? Old Joe or new Joe? Also, don't you think, guys, that in this episode, it seemed like they were trying to portray Soul as a bad guy? They were trying to portray Soul as like this kind of suspicious, annoying. And I'm like, are we forgetting that Soul was always Joe's best friend, that he always had his best interest, that even when Joe is missing, he's still like hoping for his return, he's still like going to his apartment. And I don't know, I feel like they're trying to go the route of Soul is going to be the bad guy or some reason. I don't know. Can you imagine if Tong fell in love with Joe? I don't know. That could be possible. I mean, I haven't read the novel, so at this point, anything is possible. All I'm hoping, okay, this is the only thing I'm hoping for this show. The mom stays alive. I don't want her to die, so that's my hopes and prayers. Mom alive, Tong in jail. That's all I want for this show. Then the rest, whatever happens. Joe, it's a lost cause. Ming, it's a lost cause. Maybe Soul finds a good boyfriend and moves on and goes back to Korea. But yeah. Hello. Friend is the better looking than Tong. Well, yeah. Also, it's so funny how literally everyone is a stand-in for Tong, which kind of shows that Tong is very average looking because literally all of his stand-in look exactly the same. But yeah. At a moment during their window scene, I feel like Ming won't be able to have with new Joe. But then he does that aggressive thing. It's the same. It's like when you think there's a light at the end of the tunnel, then boom, it goes back to dark. Joe and Ming adopting a baby? No, please. I do not want those people to be parents. Can you imagine Ming as a parent? I'd be scared. I'd be scared because Ming clearly has anger issues. So definitely should not have children. Or you should first work on his anger issues before anything happens. But yes, what else happened today? I think so the last scene, I think the last scene was I really enjoyed the last scene when we saw kind of Ming being vulnerable, though I hope that they're actually gonna give us redemption for Ming and not gonna just brush it just because Ming is not vulnerable. Like someone crying and being sad that their ex is missing is not a redemption arc for being rude. So I hope that we still see Ming like becoming this nice, kind, polite person, because it's not enough for me to see him cry. I can't feel bad for someone that cries and then do terrible things, because yes, people that do terrible things also have feelings and they also get sad and they also cry, but it doesn't make up for what the bad things that they do. But it was a really beautiful moment though, the end, when Ming when it started going to Joe, I was like, hey, they're rolling, like camera is rolling, I think you can't do this. And then he hugged him from behind, and that was like a really nice moment. But though it was so sad for Joe, because the moment when he hugged him and he said, please come back, he was talking about old Joe. And so new Joe is a standing for old Joe. Oh my God. Just thinking about it is so complicated, but like there's so like it gives me a headache to think about all this new Joe, old Joe, Tong, Ming. Oh my God. You really need to follow along because it's so complicated, their story. I'm a bit worried that Ming hugged Joe in front of all the crew. Well, that caused trouble because Tong isn't. I mean, the first thing that I thought about is that Tong is going to cause an accident for New Joe because he needs to get rid of New Joe. But though I'm like, Tong, if you get rid of all your stand-in, who is going to be your stand-in? Every time you get a new stand-in, you get rid of them. So, but yeah, when we saw Tong looking at them hugging, Tong, I'm scared. Tong is going to do something. Tong is not going to let that go because now Ming is too close to Joe. No redemption. Ming hasn't the green flag will take a long time before it's green. Right now it's like a burgundy. I hope this doesn't cause further problem for New Joe, especially Tong involved. Well, if Tong is involved, there's gonna be trouble. There's gonna be trouble. Okay, so for the preview for next week, the preview for next week looked really good. But so Ming goes back to the shaman. I don't know, like, who is he talking to? Like this person that sees the future. And then I think in the next episode, Ming is he has probably this like idea that maybe New Joe and Old Joe are related. Oh my God, guys. Today, if you guys have seen Chains of Heart, this is what I think Ming think it is. I think that Ming thinks that Joe had an accident, went to Korea, got plastic surgery, and came back a new man. Like Chains of Heart. I think that's what he thinks. But I don't think he thinks that Joe went into a new body. But that's something that could have happened. If this was Chains of Heart, Joe got into an accident, flew to Korea, got plastic surgery on his whole body, except his back, came back, got a job, and is getting revenge. Do you think they can go back to their bodies? I don't know because I'm scared that the new Joe is actually dead. I don't know. I wonder if we're ever going to get a scene at the end where old Joe and new Joe actually meet in their own body and become besties. I don't know. Maybe, okay, hear me out. Maybe everyone goes back to their own body. Ming goes with old Joe, and new Joe falls in love with Soul. That could be good. That could work. I don't want that to happen. I want new Joe to live a good life with his mom. Right, because if new Joe goes back to his... No, because if old Joe goes back to his old body, he loses a mom, though. He loses his new mom. So that's a bit sad. Bring a doo-doo is a green forest. Initial, never. Initial, the color green, It's not a color that they know. They're all colorblind. They do not know the green color. That's so funny. That could work. The plastic surgery or them falling in love with Ming and Soul. But yeah, so I'm thinking that by next episode, Ming is gonna kind of figure out what's going on, and then in 2 weeks, in about 2 episodes, maybe around episode 9, I think he's gonna be sure that old Joe is new Joe. But I think it seemed like in the teaser, it seemed like Joe told someone. I think maybe he told Tool or Soul that he is old Joe in a new body. Though, would they believe him? I don't know. Would you believe someone if they told you they're in a different body? Would you? I don't know. I'd be like, I want to believe you, but then I would be so scared that they're just lying to me and making a fool out of myself. In the preview, Joe's mom says that his personality has changed. I'm curious about the original. Though, but wouldn't that make sense that your personality changed if you had a trauma accident, have amnesia, don't remember anything about your old life? Obviously, when you wake up, you're a different person. He doesn't even remember his old life. So that kind of makes sense. Like, that kind of adds up why he's changed. I mean, if you were into an accident and were in a coma for 2 years and woke up with amnesia, don't you think you would also have a different personality? Like, you would also change? Because you wouldn't even remember who you used to be. I think there's something cooking between Secretary Jim and Mike. Who's Mike? Do I know Mike? Secretary Jim, we cannot trust this man. At first, I thought maybe he was in love with Ming, but now I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what he wants. I think New Joe don't care her mom before. Oh, New Joe or Old Joe? Because I think Old Joe, now he really treats the mom as his own mom. So yeah, but I do have this feeling that New Joe is dead. Like, I think he's because his soul, where is his soul? Unless when Old Joe went into New Joe's body, then New Joe went to Old Joe's body, but we don't know where Old Joe's body is. So if his soul is in Old Joe's body, that means his body is somewhere, like in a hospital, right? Because the body would decay. I don't know. So unless he's at a hospital somewhere, I don't know. Mike is the guy with short hair every time Ming goes. Oh, you mean Inntouch? Inntouch is Mike? Oh, okay. I don't know. We haven't really seen Mike's character though. Like, who even is he? Mike is Ming's brother? What? Did I forget that? Oh, I didn't realize it was his brother. I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay attention. Okay. Maybe they're cooking something together. But then what would they want? What? I didn't even know Ming had a brother. I just thought he had a sister. Did I forget that? You missed that too? Are you sure it's his brother? Because if it's his brother, wouldn't Tong also want to be close to that brother? Because Tong seems to want to be close to the whole family. So wouldn't he like also try to be close to Mike? I don't know. Interesting. I actually didn't know that. Maybe they haven't said it yet. Did they actually say that it's his brother? Let me check what it says on my drama list. His name is Mike. Mike, support role. Who is Oh, it doesn't say who he's playing. It's just like Mike. It doesn't say like Ming's brother. Okay. I don't think he's his brother. Me too. I don't think he's his brother. Who said that? Are you spreading misinformation? Because yeah, it would make sense, because if it was his brother, then Tong would also want to be close to that brother. So I don't think it is his brother. But they all start with Ming, Mike, May. Oh, that's true. It's like the Kardashians. That's not enough to prove that it's his brother, though. Honestly, Ming got into my nerves and I dropped the show. I mean, y'all, Ming got into my nerves too and just wanted to. But like maybe we'll get some nice redemption. I really hope we get a big redemption. Like, they need to really slowly start the redemption because we're at episode 7. How many episodes are we getting? 12? Let me see. Are we getting 12? 12. Okay, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's only 5 episodes for redemption. That's not enough, I fear. I fear that's not enough. 5 episodes is not enough for redemption. We need to start next episode, but from the teaser, it looks like the redemption are still not started. I feel like that's not long enough. 5 episodes, like we've got 5 episodes to get a redemption arc, get rid of Tong, find Joe's body, get back into his body, be in love with Ming and live happily ever after. That's not enough. 5 episodes is not enough. Oh my goodness. But yeah, anyways, so that was the recap of this episode. It was a really, really good episode. I really enjoyed this episode. I think every episode kind of tops the previous one because we're so like deep into the story, and I think it really works because the actors are so amazing. Also, I've been reacting to all the vlogs of Up and Poom. It was really fun. I just watched their last vlog when they're cycling. That was so funny. I'm gonna upload it on my YouTube membership. So if you guys want to join the membership. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go now and watch My Love Mix Up. But yeah, let me know if we should go live next week to talk about the episode again after the episode. Because I feel like we have so much to talk about. Especially in this show. I want Ming to suffer. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I also don't want them to be together, but it's not gonna happen. So I'm trying to, because I know it's not gonna happen, I'm trying to process the fact that they're gonna be together. But yeah, Poom is just too beautiful to be a stand-in. I mean, seriously, Poom is even more beautiful than Tong. I mean, Joe is more beautiful than Tong. Like, Poom is probably the most beautiful. Like, have you seen his smile? That boy has the most beautiful smile. He's got perfect teeth. Another live next week. Yes. But yes, anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and let's go and watch My Love Mix Up and go and watch my reaction. Give it a like, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.